mastermind. The press has been going crazy because only the DA talks. And that's the problem with our system, is because they make such a good first impression saying everybody's guilty that it's hard to get a fair trial. But thank God we got jurors. They took hundreds of pages of notes, and it didn't take them, 2 hours to figure out this is all garbage.
And they virtually echoed everything that he said in closing. And they were very critical that anyone could be locked up that long and didn't have resources to defend themselves. The jurors said that. They echoed that. The guy said, I am offended. I'm offended by this. And he said he was disappointed in Mulroy. And that's your elected official. That's my elected official, because I live here. And you just go and do something.
It was called that testimony for Jesse Browning BS a joke.
Why?
Because it was. Half the stuff was just made up within a couple of days of this stuff. They give us this mystical receipt that's never been in any of the police reports. The jurors didn't buy it for a second. The lead investigator, Dabney, was incredibly honest when he said these are the mistakes that we made. And then you call up somebody that's willing to do or say anything to clean up the case to get a conviction. You saw how they shaded off the phone records. Where are the text messages? Where's any of that from Justin Johnson to our client saying we're going to do something? I presented hundreds of text messages threatening people, trying to go shoot people with others. Govan was never in on any of it. And the fact that you're still asking me these questions, I find offensive, because it didn't happen. You would never take anything you heard in that courtroom for any decision you would make in your life that has any significance. You would laugh at me if I said, believe those guys. So let's just keep it real. This is all garbage, and I'm grateful that he's out, and I'm sorry in the world that he had to do 9 months in prison. And I'm just grateful his fiance called me, and we have to help poor people.
You were very passionate in your closing arguments about, about Govan being just a man from Orange Mound up against the system. Kind of talk about where that passion came from.
When I go to 201 and look at the people that are in there, I know a lot of people do wrong, and I understand that, and I don't want violence in the streets because I live, in towns as well. But it's just so wrong. If I can see it, there's no way a jury couldn't see it, and that's why it took 2 hours to figure that out. I mean, obviously it would have probably been quicker had they not had to go through the evidence and do their job, but the fact that anybody in the press would say, oh, it was this or it was that, it was clearly flagrant, and I wish it would be reported as this is what your justice is in Memphis. So if you're black and poor, you got a problem.
So Mr. Govan, how do you feel?
Mr. Moore, this is Pomona. I was hungry today.
Yeah. To finally have this stress taken off your shoulders.
Yeah, and have my life back.
What's the first thing you plan to do?
Go hug my son.
Mr. Govan, you haven't smiled all this week, but obviously you have a lot to smile about. Just tell me just about what you're feeling in right now.
Like I said, it's kind of hard to explain the feeling of getting your life back, just from 12 people, so I'm just blessed, and I'm just ready to go see my son.
What was going through your head when you were waiting for the verdict this morning?
Nervousness, of course, it's natural, but the team around me, they were very confident and supportive, so without them, there would be no room. I just want to thank again, Robert, Haley, Bell, Hando, Trail, Leanne, just everybody that played a part and proving my innocence.
You heard your attorney say if you're black and poor in Memphis, this is what happens. What would be your words of advice?
Leave Memphis.
Do you plan on leaving Memphis, sir?
Of course.
Was there any point
He got to. His life will be in danger.
Still nervous, prior to the verdict? Was there any point where it's like, I don't know which way it's going to go?
I've been nervous for 4 years.
How does it feel to be at the end of this 4-year journey that you've been on?
It feels great. I feel like I've been born again. I get a chance to restart my life and do some positive things.
Do you think that this verdict will change how the court system is working here in Memphis?
As corrupt this system is, I doubt it.
Mr. O'Rourke, do you think this verdict will change anything with the court system here in Memphis?
I'm not here from Memphis, but if this is a microcosm of what's going on, then we should all be worried. And maybe we should be digging into these things and figuring out why so many people are in jail, why we keep them without bond and force them into pleas and things of that nature, and why investigations aren't always there. Thankfully, my office has the resources to help these types of people and can spend the money to do it. I can only imagine how hard it is for public defenders with their cases or other appointed lawyers that couldn't do this, and how many people shouldn't be in prison.
Back in December, is that the reason?
R.I.P. Dog.
You didn't
There's no
talk
justice
about
right
it.
now.
That's
But straight
always his
drop.
decision. I don't advise him to do
They
it.
all
They
locked
always say,
up.
what would I do? Like, I can't go through that stress. You can't do it.
Drop in comments how y'all feel. Did the jury get it right or wrong?
Case, and we fought like hell for it. I'm grateful that the staff stayed with me. I yelled at them a lot this week, put a lot of pressure on them. We worked long nights for the last few months. We filed, I don't know how many 2 dozen motions, most of which were granted, which never happened.
Drop them dolphins in my chat.
Right, and yet still we have the case. The government here, they're just prosecute.